I'd planned on doing my me versus Boogie2988 video here, but first off, he has no data on Social Blade for yesterday, and I haven't actually inputted anything into the spreadsheet yet, so that's fine. And also, he got banned from Twitch yesterday for appearing naked on the platform, completely naked, with no censorship, and he's claiming that his fat apron censored his testicles, but I think he's more getting banned for the butt crack situation and the fact that he literally went naked and he said some things that definitely turned it into fetishization. It was definitely not an artistic expression. Boogie is very upset about being banned. He has gone on Twitter. Actually, last night he said, if Twitch bans me, it's ableist and fatphobic. Which I don't know how it would be ableist to ban somebody. Now, I'm not saying Boogie's not disabled, but if a disabled person breaks the terms of service, they're going to get punished for it. Like, if a disabled person breaks the law, they get punished for it. It's not ableist to fairly enforce things. And the fatphobic situation, no. He broke the rules. He absolutely broke the rules. Now, there are people on Twitch who allegedly stream without clothes on with a black bar, but, like, the situation there is a gray area, and I don't like it. There are websites that are specifically designed for that people can use. I'm not going to name, but people I'm sure know. And I'm sure Boogie knows what those websites are, and he could have joined one of them. You know, pretty much you usually just need ID to join them, from what I've heard. Just want to make sure you're 18, and then they let you in, and I'm sure one of those sites would be happy to get a YouTuber who's, 4 million subs. He's still got 4.02 million subs. He went on the financial audit show with Caleb Hammer a couple weeks ago, and Caleb was like, well, what if we live stream a couple times a week, start making some money from that? What if we make more videos? What if we get a job? Of course he didn't get a job, but he could have gotten a job, but now I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get a job, because if somebody Googles, what happened at your last job, you got banned from your job. It's like, Khan from King of the Hill when he got fired for treason. Very difficult to get a job or unemployment. Now, Boogie has said that if he loses everything, he'll just go back on disability. The thing is, there's a cap to the amount you can, one, have when on disability for Medicaid purposes with insurance, two, amount you can get, and he would end up having to sell the house, or do something with the house, and he wouldn't be able to keep the money. Now, he should probably sell the house anyway, but what he shouldn't be doing is going on Twitch and removing all of his clothing. Keemstar was on at the same time because it was during the Locale Live recording. Or not recording, they were actually live for Locale Live, which I was surprised by. I'm not a member, so I don't go on Locale Live. I found out about Boogie on Twitter. I actually went on Twitter, and I was like, one of the first things I saw was Boogie2988 naked on the timeline, and I was like, what? So I went and searched and saw that and was highly concerned that that was a thing that happened. This morning he woke up and was banned from Twitch. Now, interestingly, the stream was about 4 minutes long, so Twitch may not have even been aware of what happened, but he tweeted the clip at Twitch and said the whole, if you ban me, you're ableist and fatphobic. Which made Twitch aware of it, so they banned him, because obviously. I really don't know what he was thinking. This morning he said he was going to sue Twitch for being ableist and fatphobic, and that'll be a lawsuit that I don't see going anywhere, but always interesting to see how lawsuits play out in the United States, because he'll definitely be able to file the lawsuit. I'm sure there'll be an attorney that wants to take that lawsuit. I'm sure Keemstar can probably find an attorney for that. It did sound like Keemstar was egging him on in the clip, but Boogie has agency. Boogie is a 49-year-old man, and he doesn't have to do what Keemstar tells him to. In fact, I think it would be best if he just cut Keemstar out of his life, because I think some of the decisions he's made over the last, since the Frank Hassel situation, since 2020, have been influenced by Keemstar in a negative way, including this. But he has agency, and he needs to use his agency. He seems to not be doing that. He was angry with Caleb Hammer and saying, all Caleb Hammer could nail me on was the eating out, when Caleb was really like, you took out a $5,000 loan for your dog, and you don't even like the dog? Now, my question is, if Boogie needs 10K a month, according to Caleb, where is he going to get 10K a month if he just literally just destroyed a stream of income with live streaming? Obviously, he wasn't going to do the live streaming on YouTube, because if he lost his YouTube channel, he would have lost everything. There's no way for him to recover if he loses his YouTube channel. If he started a new YouTube channel, he probably wouldn't get a lot of subscribers. One, because like a lot of his subscribers are probably dead subscribers, which are subscribers who don't use YouTube anymore, or even like 4.02 million people over 17 years of gaining subscribers. There are probably statistically subscribers he has that are actually dead, which is, you know, a thing that happens. But the other thing is, like, he gets about 17K views a video, which isn't a lot. And I know I get way less than that. I get maybe 1,000 on a short and maybe 50 to 100 on a video. But I'm also growing and don't have 4 million subs, and wouldn't do anything to jeopardize the fact that I'm growing or anything like that by literally breaking the terms of service that I knew were terms of service. And he clearly knew that that was against the terms of service. Now, Twitch did recently say that they were going to allow artistic expressions of nudity, so things like pole dancing, but realistically they wanted you to have some clothing on for that. Artistic depictions like sculptures, like the old sculptures, like the statue of David and stuff like that, old Greek sculptures. But instead, no, they were like, they rolled that back a little bit because they gave an inch, people took a mile. So they actually rolled that back about a week and a half ago. So Boogie was even too late for this. He claims he was trolling, but if he was trying to troll, he would have done something. He would have gone onto a different website. He would have gone onto... The only thing is, though, by trolling, he can't go onto one of those different websites. He has to go onto a site where it's not allowed. And he is self-destructing. He is absolutely self-destructing in front of us, and I hope that he can get the help he needs. And I don't mean a shaman, I mean a therapist. I mean an actual therapist. Maybe some intense psychotherapy 3 to 4 times a week. Honestly, if I were him, I would go down to the University of Arkansas, ask if they have a med school. If they don't, I would go down to the local county medical center. Most counties have a medical center. Go down and be like, can I get one of those 5150 rooms? Because he absolutely needs to be monitored. And he talked about his addiction to food. A bunch of people were commenting, stop eating, which never tells somebody to stop eating, because that's just as unhealthy as eating or overeating. But people were commenting that, and he was like, it's not like I can change my addiction, blah, 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 blah. Like he didn't have gastric bypass surgery, which is wild to me, that he actually had the discipline to have gastric bypass surgery, and then his wife left him, and then he failed the surgery, and now he's really fat. He wants skin removal surgery, which I believe he'd need to be under 350 pounds to qualify for. Don't quote me on that, but what I understand is that when you need skin removal, when you need a surgery, you have to be under certain measurements and certain things. Like, I don't qualify for most surgeries right now because of my weight. Like, emergency surgery is different, but for him, getting on Twitch and getting naked instead of like trying to work on his life, work on his weight, work on his financial situation, staying off Twitter. Like, staying off Twitter would be the best thing for him, but I think Keemstar wants him on Twitter to stir up drama. That's the only thing I can think. And Keemstar's probably ruining his life. Keemstar being in Boogie's life is ruining it. And honestly, kind of feel bad for him until yesterday, when he went out, and he has agency. He went out and he chose to break terms of service and then threatened to file a lawsuit about it. Because, yeah, I don't feel bad for him for doing that. That's a major problem, and I wish he hadn't done that, because yikes. Just because, very yikes. I don't like that at all, so hopefully he learns his lesson. and can actually start making some money again. If I were him, I'd make 10, 15, 20 YouTube videos today and just throw them all up there and hope one of them sticks.